Good day and thank you for signing up with FHConnect. I'll just give you a quick run through of how to sign up to FHConnect via the website, as well as just a few other things you might need while using our system. So here you'll just land on the landing page and click join us. Once you've clicked join us, it's going to bring you to the join us page where you'll sign up by entering your details as well as just agreeing to terms and conditions for using the system. Just ensure that once you do sign up with us, that you do click those terms and conditions and accept them after you've read them through. So once you've submitted that form, you'll get an email just advising you that you've successfully registered and you'll be contacted by us. Within 24 hours or so, we should give you a call just to assist you in finalizing your loading by getting your brochure and product information. This will be loaded by us, especially in regards to your product offerings. So please ensure that you do email us all that information so we can assist you with loading your products if you do have products, as well as just the services you provide. So at this page, we are gathering your personal information as um, the funeral parlor owner. Things such as here we're capturing date of birth, IDs, as well as very important, we'll need from you up-to-date COC license to be uploaded as well. So please also upload that as this forms part of our vetting process to ensure that our system has the best quality funeral undertakers um, on it. This information will also be used in specific reference to the phone number and the email address, as well as your actual address, will be used for the one page website that we will be creating on the front end of the website, just so clients can have access to that information as well as um, to have full functionality of the search for parlor feature, just to ensure that you are in the correct region and so that the people in your area can find you. Yes. So the system has been yes, this is the part in regards to the COC license. Please ensure you update the latest non-expired COC license just to ensure that we keep the system above board. So this is the part where you log out and wait for us to respond to you, just to get back to you and tell you that you have been activated. Um, Customizing your domain will happen after you have been registered. You can enter with your email and password that is sent in the email that we forward to you once you are activated on the system. Once you access your profile, will look something like this with the dashboard. You'll click customize domain and load your logos and banner. These images will be used on the one page website as basically your advertising tool. So in regards to these staff roles that we're adding, I'm just going to show you how we do it on our end as admin. On your end, you will primarily just assign the staff role to an individual. So you will send through a request to us on what type of staff role you would request, as we have preloaded staff roles. But if you need anything special to your funeral parlor, we will be able to add it for you, as well as if you can just advise on what permissions you want that specific staff member to have on the system. I created this member, so using the admin role, I'll just show you how on your end you'll just add the staff member. So from your side, you'll have a list of these existing staff roles, as I did advise if there's anything missing or a specific role that you would like added, you'll just have to contact us and we'll do that on your behalf. But on your end, you will be assigning the role to a specific employee, as I'm doing right now by adding their information, their work emails, their IDs. Adding the staff role will also create a separate profile for that specified employee on the system, allowing them certain access to selected privileges. So you can have a staff role of an admin manager who has administrative rights of the calendar, or they can just view it. So with the administrative rights of the calendar, the admin manager would be able to change certain things on the calendar. But if you set it to just view, they won't be able to do that. So it's basically just up to you in regards to if you do request us to create that certain role, and we'll just do it for you. Yes. Mm, there we go. So the next step is to activate, and voila, the staff role is created. The email will be sent to that member, and we'll just have a quick look see. There we go. A quick look see on the staff role we've created. The admin has access to suppliers, events and products, benefit products, as well as the calendar. But this is just a dummy role that we created for the purpose of this demonstration. So as it's there, yes, the calendar. Now onto adding a new client. So there's two ways to add a client. This is from you as a walk-in client, where the client comes to you as the undertaker. You just go into the system and mm, so you'd load the first name of the client, email address, as well as the reason they're there, which will be between funeral policy and funeral event. So in this case, we'll go with the funeral policy. Here you'll select the plan type. Is it an individual or family plan? Then you click next. Here you'll be entering the personal details of the client. This form is similar to the one you fill in when you're signing up as an undertaker. So it's just name, surname, passport, date of birth, ID, nationality, phone number will all be captured here once again, including the address of the client. Apologies for that. So let's just quickly fill it out. Oh, yes. As well as this is also nice to note that the client can also search and find you from the front end, and but I'll just demonstrate it just further down the line. So when a client comes in and selects you from search undertakers, their information will be captured, the first name, surname, as well as just their contact details, email, and cell phone number, just so you on your end will get a notification of this, especially if they did not complete the form, which will allow you as an undertaker to call them back and do this process from your end, just to assist them, because we know in South Africa data is not cheap. Um, to the next step, we'll be adding. Uh, okay, yes, just a quick note that the employer employee details are not important. They can be left out on the form. This is just for a holistic data entry for the client. So extended members, same process will be added here. Um, so with the extended family member, similar process where you add the member's information, personal information on this form. I doubt there's a need for addresses, which makes it easier for you to complete in terms of there's not that much information to gather here. All we'll need is the extended family members' personal information to complete the registration. So sister's email. If the extended family member is an older um, individual, you can just add your own email onto where it requests the email, so as to not strain the client in that sense. Um, so we'll add a mobile number as well as, I think we should add an actual mobile number just and then we'll also just save this member as a beneficiary. Please also remember that the monetary beneficiary cannot exceed 100%. So we move on to the next part, which is the beneficiary, and there's the extended family member loaded. So this is the part where you select the actual plan you want. So we'll go with this buy a complete protector plan. Um, we'll just select, I think this is for the extended family. So we'll select this one with the actual premium calculated for us there, as well as it indicates what is in the plan and how much the cover is for. And then now we'll also add the level of cover we want for our extended family member, which is also, and it indicates the amount they covered for. Type of payment will be auto payment. In this instance, we're using Paygate, so we necessarily do not need the banking details. We would require the client's card details, which they can enter for themselves in their portal as well, because once you've created a client, they'll also have their own profile. Um, but this will all be demonstrated throughout the rest of the video. Yes. Okay. So this part of the video is just checking and managing finances. These reports can be created from your profile, as well as just allow you to view and load your finances. This spreadsheet is just a template of how you'll upload those cash deposits from the bank. So it'll be date, user ID. For user, it'll be either your employee if it's a corporate, or client if it's an individual client. So you'll just load it up in that format, and once it's loaded, it would appear on the system like this, which will assist you in creating the reports as well. So supplier reports, employer premiums, as well as just your claims payments. These are just your financial reports. You just to keep track of money in and money out. Moving on to searching for suppliers by region. You'll just click on the supplier, which will be loaded by us on our end. This is just to give you an idea of how you view the supplier. So they'll be loaded from our end. If you do have any preference in the supplier you want on the system, you can just advise us and we will communicate with the supplier and just request them to join the system just to make it more convenient for you. So this is how a supplier's profile will look, with a list of products, a picture of what exactly they're selling, payment history just to show you how many times you've paid them. Registration documents are very important because we vet our suppliers as well, just to ensure quality of who's on the system. And then from here, we'll just move to, yes, as previously advised, let's just give you a walkthrough of the web generated lead in completed cash payment. So there we go. The lead will appear like that, Dr. Funeral Event, whereas now you enter into the system and view who the client is. In this case, you'll just contact the client, advise them to make payment at a specific pay point. Once you have proof of payment, then you can click pay now, which will then generate an invoice for both of you. One will be emailed to the client and one to yourself. Then you go back into the system. Oh yes, this information is also very important because this is the death certificate and things of that nature which we will use to conduct the funeral in regards to getting a grave, etc. So here you just click add to event manager, which will move the event to event management, which you will then be able to now fully plan the event. So here you'll click on view. Once you've clicked on view, you'll see supplier unassigned. So if you do not have the product on hand, you'll just type in and just assign a supplier to that specific drape, that drape stands or barriers or whatever you feel you may not have on stock. This is the better part, this is the beneficial part of the system, allowing you to increase your operational capacity through collaboration with suppliers. And a supplier can be loaded as either a funeral parlor or an actual supplier, just like South African funeral suppliers. So as we just finish up showing you how to assign suppliers to the various elements of the funeral, also note that you do not have to assign a supplier to every single um, requirement, service, or just product that is needed for the funeral. You can just assign a supplier for the product or service you do not have on stock, or you do not offer. Um, yes, or you do not offer as per yourself. It's maybe you have an agreement with a supplier that they'll supply the cows for you. So you'll have a package that will create. Um, yes. So here we'll just have a quick look at how the event will appear on the calendar with all the information, date, venue. Short description is where you will add a condolence message. If you click edit, you'll assign the responsible employee. We'll use Trudy. 150 is the supplier you have assigned for those products you need to complete the funeral. Setting the time. So on the calendar, as you can see, you can adjust as per changes from the family. So it's not very rigid. It adapts to changes as they come, um, which may be due to financial restrictions or overbooking at the venue they want to use. Um, Close the event means you've done the event, it went successfully, everything was delivered, and we were good to go. And yes, we're back at the dashboard. Oh yes, just to show you, don't forget to activate all your clients. Just ensure that your clients are active, so as to so they can benefit as well from the end in terms of usage of the client portal. These are your plans assigned, which you can activate and deactivate. And yeah, I think that's the gist of everything. As you can see, there's no icons to show that the event is completed, it's paid and been added to event and concluded. So I can move on to loading Stockvels and corporate clients. So on this part, we will be sending you an Excel spreadsheet that looks something like this, where we will either you can do it for yourself, load your information in this template so as we can upload it for you onto the system. This is very beneficial, especially in regards to Stockvels, as usually the data is a lot, and this template will allow you to clean your data and have it uploaded all at once, just to ensure that all your information is on the system and ready for you to use. So you'll need information such as email address, passport numbers, ID, as well as just nationality, which you can just use a code for or just type out the nationality. Um, Also, just ensure that if the CSVs tend to remove a zero, just use uh, what is this? A comma. Just store the number as text, so the zero appears, especially if your client's birthday or was born in the year 2000 um, and above. So I think it'll be up to 2010 where it'll be 10, yes. So just ensure that you store the number as text. With the Aspire CO, EO, unless we are your underwriter, this information can be kept blank. Package ID will be kept blank. We'll load that for you, as we'll also be creating the package for you on our end via the super admin portal. Yes, so you'll just leave it blank. As well as that, bank name, account number, salary. If you don't have salary for all of them, just to go back a little, you don't need to enter an amount. You can just make it the what is it, 3,450 rand, the minimum wage of the country, physical address, and the rest is just a bit self-explanatory. It just goes with the data capturing you saw initially in this video. So this information is just to fill out that form and just to ensure that all your clients information is stored correctly on the system. So you can just email us this form or request it from us, and we'll send it to you and upload your stock files. But in regards to your individual clients, that you'll do on your end. So thank you, and we'll see you soon.